A quick PSA, if you are an avid YouTube watcher, meaning that you go watch something every day and you are not subscribed to YouTube Red, you might want to check into it. Right now they're running a 90-day special. If you sign up before 12/31, in other words the end of the year, you will get the first 90 days free. And so it's neat to check it out. There's basically no ads. They have music and special YouTube Red stuff. Check it out. Merry Christmas. Hi. Welcome to Can a Spader Christmas. I have received a few questions about the big pixel wreath that I did, and I wanted to do a build video, but since it's already built, I can't really build another one just for the video. So I do have some footage. It was before I started the channel, and I was just kind of playing around with the camera a little bit, so it's not great footage, but it does give you all the information that are all the specs about the thing, and really kind of how I built it at the time. I'll go ahead and apologize for the video right now, but it does have the information that you'll be looking for, and then anything else I'll come back and fill in after that. So check this out.
Welcome to Christmas with Kevin, where we put the K in Christmas. My name is Jeff. We have a real treat for you DIY boys today. Today, I'm going to start building an RGB pixel wreath. Now, we're starting with a 4 foot by 4 foot, 3/16 inch piece of acrylic. Not one, not two, but 3/16 of an inch. Now, for you boys outside the United States, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 millimeters in thickness. Now, I spoke with a good friend and colleague by the name of Ryan Considine. Look at that handsome devil. Sorry, ladies, he's taken. Now, he drew up this beautiful looking thing here in Adobe Illustrator. Now, what that means is it's a vector drawing, and so it don't matter if it's this big or if it's this big, them lines stay nice and crisp. Now, I shot an email over to a local large format print shop, and they gave me two choices. They said, we got this 3 feet piece of paper, we'll just print you 2 sheets and you'll have the whole design, or we got a larger printer that's about 4 times the cost. I went with the lower cost paper. Now, as you can see, I put the paper down on a piece of medium density fiberboard, 3/4 inch, commonly known as MDF. Now, why not a 1/2 inch? Because it's a 1/4 inch better. Now, the MDF will serve as a template if I want to make more than one of these bad boys. Now, I went out and bought me one of these drill guides. Now, you don't have to have one of these if you're pretty good with a drill, but I just wanted to make sure all the holes are straight. You can set the different kind of angle and everything, and it just helps you go in straight. So we drill 288 itty bitty holes through the paper into the MDF. We take the paper off, and then we check, make sure we got everything lined up properly, and we got ourselves a template. Oh, dang. Now, we put down another piece of 3/4 inch medium density fiberboard. We put the acrylic on top of that, and then we put our template on top of that. It's a big old acrylic sandwich. Now, this helps us do 2 things. You can drill the pilot holes pretty quickly, and it keeps the drill bit from grabbing onto that acrylic, bending it up, and breaking it. Trust me, you do not want that to happen. So once you have all the pilot holes drilled, you take your little sandwich apart, and you use one of these stepper bits to enlarge each of the holes to a 1/2 inch. Now, if you go in with a 1/2 inch drill bit, it's probably going to break the acrylic. And trust me when I tell you, you don't want that to happen. So thank y'all. This has been Christmas with Kevin, where we put the K in Christmas. I'm Jeff, saying so long for now.
Okay, so as shown in the video, the rings, there's 72 pixels in each rings. There's 4 rings. The ones on the outside are further apart. The ones on the inside are closer together. And what I didn't show in that video is the mounting, how I mounted them. So for this current wreath that I have, I actually took Biscoyo strips and cut little squares of them on. I cut some Biscoyo strips into these little things, put that on the pixel, and then tried to glue it to the plexiglass or the acrylic. That didn't work so well. A lot of them are coming off and stuff like that. So I think what I'm going to actually do is rewire the thing with square pixels, with these little square pixels, and we'll push them through, and then I'll just like hot glue this. I'll try that. I don't know if that's going to work any better. We'll see. That'll be a build for this year. The way you wired it, so when you go and model it in X-Lights, it's expecting, if you are looking at the wreath, it goes clockwise. So the pixels go clockwise. So from the back, you have to go counterclockwise as you're wiring the thing up. There's a lot of pixels in there, and it puts off a ton of light. So if you run it at 100%, you're going to be lighting up the neighborhood. So I run it at 30%. I have the power supply about 30 feet away from the actual prop itself, and power, whatever wire I'm using, or maybe I've still got a bad ground in there or something, I can't get more than about 50% brightness out of it before I start to see some weird things. So it's probably a bad ground, but it's still, you know, if you put the power supply right next to the thing, you could get more brightness out of it, but I'm serious, it gets bright. Now, the nice thing about having 72 pixels per ring is the patterns come out very nice. There's, you know, an equal number of pixels, so any pattern that you do looks really nice on the whole wreath. The other wreath that I have is strip inside of PEX tubing, and there's an uneven number or different numbers per ring. So the smaller ring, there's fewer pixels. The larger ring, there's more pixels. So it's kind of hard to get patterns on that one like you can on the one with the big one with 288 pixels. Some of you have asked if I still have the file that produced the printout. I do have the EPS file that was I think it's the output of Illustrator. It's not the actual source file, but it is what you would send to the printer, and they can print that out. And so I will make that available on my website. I'll put a link in the description below. I hope I covered everything, but if you have questions about it, go ahead and ask them below and I'll get to them. Other than that, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. And all the dogs run. And we have a jet flying over. There's so many cars going by.